It's Megan again, and I am making another video. And oh, I cut my hair off. The little mohawk that I had, I cut it off. I didn't want to cut it off, but something happened, so now I just have short hair. But something that I wanted to talk about. So I went out to an open mic night where I live, and it was at this restaurant, a really nice restaurant, and it was dark, and you know, I think it was open mic night, but they had like singers also, so there were people like doing poetry, but then there were people singing. And I've only been there, well, this is the third time I've been there, and the first time I went there was actually like a week ago. It wasn't really full, there wasn't really a lot of people, and I guess usually there's a lot of people at these things, but I guess sometimes it like varies. Sometimes there's a lot of people, sometimes there's not a lot of people, you know, sometimes it's full, sometimes it's empty. And the couple of times that I went, well, 3 times that I went, it wasn't really that full. But so there's this guy that I saw there. I think he's attractive, and he raps. You know, I don't know what else he does, but he works at the restaurant. He doesn't work at the restaurant where the open mic is. He works at the restaurant next to it, because it's like 2 restaurants, but only one of them does open mic night, so he works at the other one. So the first time that I went there, I, saw him, and I was like, oh, he's really cute and stuff, but I don't know, I kind of feel bad, and I kind of feel weird, because like I told myself that I was like gonna focus on me and like work on myself and work on the relationship that I have with myself before I start to talk to guys or start to talk to other people or form other relationships with other people. And I don't know, like the last time that I went there, I wanted to like ask him a question. I wanted to ask him like what else he does, ask him about the place, like how long he's been there, how long have they been doing that, but unfortunately like he left before I like got the courage to like ask him those questions. And today I went there, and I went there a little bit late, but I still stayed because I got ready, I got dressed, and I drove all the way down there, so I figured why not. So I didn't see him, and I kind of got mad, but I was like, oh, maybe he's working, because I remember him saying to someone else that he works at the restaurant like next door. So I was like, oh, so he came by. His friend works like at the bar where the open mic is, so I guess sometimes he goes in there and he like talks to him. So I saw him like pass by and like say hi to his friend, and I got like the biggest smile on my face. I was like, oh my god, he's here, he's just working. And I don't know, like I was just sitting there and I was listening to like the people sing. They were singing like old songs, like I guess it's like old school songs. Like I don't know, the people that are subscribed to this channel and watch my videos, like I don't know what type of music you guys listen to, but like I really love like R&B, soul music from like the 90s, 80s, and the 70s. And I found this guy, I'm kind of going off topic, but I found this singer. His name is Freddie Jackson, and I love his music. Like I love his songs, and when I go on like YouTube, I don't know, when I go on YouTube, it's weird. It's like I just find like all these artists that, I mean, they're obviously not new, they've been around like way before I was ever born, but I like find they're new artists to me, and I find all this like old music. I found this group from like the 70s and the 80s called Shalimar. I love their music, I love their stuff, and a bunch of other artists that I found that I can't remember their names right now, but that's the type of music that they were like singing, and it was really, really nice. And then this one guy, this one guy, he read this poem, you know, it was a nice poem, and I was just sitting there, and, well, some of the people had dates, some people didn't, some people came with their friends and stuff, and it was just making me feel awkward. Like, I felt awkward, and I felt awkward because I'm like, oh, like, it must be nice to, like, go somewhere and you have somebody to go with you. You know, like, it must be nice to, like, just to have somebody to, like, go with you to these events, or just somebody to, like, hang out with or, like, talk to, you know. And I was just sitting there and I felt like crying, which is weird. I felt like crying because I'm like, oh, you know, I don't, every time I, like, and then the fact that I don't leave my house, I'm here all the time, so I don't really go anywhere. So when I do get to go somewhere, it's like I have to go by myself, I have to go alone, you know. And it's just kind of annoying. And I was just sitting there and I was like, oh, you know, why did I even come here? And every time I go to these events, I'm always by myself. I never have anybody to hang out with. And I know, like, I could go up and talk to people and, like, make conversation, but I don't say I don't like doing that, but it's just, I'm not that type of person. Like, I'm really introverted and I keep to myself a lot of the time. So going up, I'm not that person that, like, goes up to people and it's like, hey, hi, how are you, and is friendly. Like, I don't want to say I don't like friendly people, but it's like, it's just, to me, it's just like, oh, it's like coming on too strong, and it's kind of weird to me. It makes me feel weird. So I don't really do that to people. And it's kind of weird because most of the friends that I've had, they would come up to me and talk to me, and that's how we became friends, you know. So I don't know, I was just feeling like kind of weird, and I was sitting there and I was like, oh, I should make a video and talk about this, and here I am making a video about it. But I don't know, like, it just feels, I feel like, I don't know, like, I feel like a loser because, like, I'm 24 and every time I go out somewhere or I make myself go somewhere, I feel bad because I don't have somebody in my life to, like, hang out with, or I can't even go up and talk to people and initiate a conversation with someone without feeling weird, or without telling myself, well, don't be awkward, don't say this because if you say this then they're gonna think you're weird, or don't do this because if you do this then they're gonna think you're weird. And, you know, it's like I can't just go up to somebody and be like, hi. I have to, before I even go up to this person, I have to think, okay, what am I gonna say? How am I gonna say it? What am I gonna do so I don't come out awkward? What am I gonna do so they don't think I'm being weird? So they don't think I'm being desperate and all that stuff. It's like, it's just constant and it's annoying and it's aggravating to do that all the time. Every time you want to talk to somebody or, like, even say hi, it's like, well, what am I gonna say first? Let me think about what I'm gonna say first, you know? And I don't know, it's just annoying and aggravating, and thinking about, like, I don't know, maybe to other people I don't come off as being awkward, but I feel like, to me, I just feel like I'm the most awkward person alive. And I don't know, like I was just sitting there and I was like, I like poetry and I do like open mic nights and I do like going to that, but I was thinking, oh, like, it would just be, I would feel so much better if I was in my room by myself, alone, away from people, you know, watching TV or listening to my music, you know. And I feel like I can't live my life, like, you can't live your life like that. You can't live your life constantly isolating yourself away from people, you know, and, like, not trying to have relationships with other human beings and being friends with other people and just being by yourself all the time. And I read stuff online and on social media where it says, oh, you know, you don't need people to go hang out with, you can do things by yourself. Yeah, you can do things by yourself, and you can go out and have fun by yourself, but I feel like it gets to a certain point where it's like, yeah, this is nice, but like, it would be better if someone else was with me too, or it would be better if I had like a partner or companionship that I can do this with, you know. Like, there's nothing wrong with doing things by yourself and going out by yourself, but like, wouldn't it be so much better like if you had somebody to do it with, somebody that you liked, and you know, someone that like you were in sync with, and you could like do those things together, and it would be 10 times better. I don't know. I thought this video was gonna be longer, but it's probably not. It's probably gonna be like really short. You know, and I don't know. Like, I know other people feel awkward, but I feel like it's like sometimes, like, you know, other people have the same feelings as you, or you know other people go through the same things that you do. But I feel like even though people feel like that, you still can't help but feel like you're the only person experiencing that, or you're the only person in the world who knows what that feeling feels like, or, you know, I'm the only one who's depressed, and I'm the only one, I feel like I'm the only one who's depressed, or I feel like I'm the only one who doesn't have any friends, or who's not in a relationship. There is probably other people who are depressed and who don't, and who aren't in relationships, but just because that's true, I feel like that doesn't stop you from feeling like you're the only person who experiences it, though, you know. And I don't know, I feel like, and then I was texting my friend while I was there. I was texting her and I was telling her, you know, I just feel like I'm over men. I know that's like two different topics, but that's what I was feeling like. I was feeling awkward because I'm like, I don't know how to really talk to people, you know, every time I go out, and every time I go out to an event, or I do make myself go, and when the event is over, I don't even try to stay and even try to talk to people. I just immediately go home, and I think to myself, like, why do I do that? You know, I think I do that because like a part of me like doesn't want to try, because I'm like, oh, if I do it, I kind of have an idea of how it's gonna end up anyway, so why even bother? But then like the other part of me is like, but that's really stupid, because what if I do stay and I do make myself talk to people, and you never know what could happen, you know. But I always do that, and I don't know, like, I feel really stupid. I get so mad at myself when I do that, so I'm like, I didn't even try to stay, I didn't even try to talk to anybody, say hi to anybody, you know, tell the people that they sing good, nothing, you know. And I was thinking about that, and then I was thinking about like men as usual, you know, and how it seems to be like everybody my age is in a relationship, and they're having babies, or they're getting married, or they're getting engaged, and it's like, oh, well, what am I doing? And I know it's not every single person in my age group who is in a relationship, or who has kids, or who is married, but it feels like that, you know. When I go on my Instagram, you know, like a couple weeks ago, yeah, it was a couple weeks ago, and 2 girls I follow are pregnant now, and I'm like, oh. And one girl was like my age, and the other girl, she's 26, you know. And then my cousin just gave birth to a baby girl, you know, she's married, she already has a son. And I know it's like, that's me comparing myself to other people, and me comparing myself to them. It's like, I can't really do that, because they're different people and they're not me, you know. But then it just feels bad, I don't know, it feels bad because, like, being pregnant is, like, that's a huge thing. That's a big thing. Like, that changes your life. Like, having a baby changes your life. That's not some little thing. Like, that's a really huge thing. And I feel bad because I think to myself, like, oh, what am I doing with myself? What am I doing with my life? You know, and I know that shouldn't be a goal to just have a baby because somebody else is having a baby, or to get married because someone else is getting married. You know, but it's like they're having big changes in their lives, and it's like nothing is changing in my life, you know. But anyway, I digress. That's not what I'm talking about here. But anyway, you know, I was thinking about like men and stuff because one guy, he read a poem, and I think it was about, like, I was paying attention, but like not really, kind of. And he was talking about like overcoming stuff, and I saw that I assumed that that's his girlfriend, you know, because he was eating with her, because it's a restaurant. So, and I don't know, I was just thinking about, like, it's just randomly I think about thoughts, just random stuff that I think about. And I was just thinking about, oh, you know, all the guys that I've talked to, and how, you know, none of them worked out, and one guy I talked to did something to me, you know, that changed my life forever. I don't have any children or anything, but he did something to me, you know, that, like, is gonna affect me until I die. And, you know, and then some of the guys that I met this year and even last year, how, like, they didn't want a relationship, but they wanted to have sex with me, and they, you know, they like me, but not enough to date me. You know, they want my number, but then they don't want to take me on dates. And I was just thinking about all of that, and that just, you know, when you think about something and it's like overwhelming, and I just started, my eyes were like getting watery, and I was about to cry, and I was just thinking, like, oh, I feel like it's sad to say, but like at 24, I just feel like I'm seriously over guys. And I know that's probably not true, I'm probably just saying it, but like, that's how I feel sometimes. Like, it's like, why can't the guys my age or in my age group, like, what's wrong with them? Like, why can't they be respectful? You know, why can't they, like, get to know you first before having sex with you? Why can't they take you out on dates, like, in public, and not just want to take you to their house to chill? I don't know what chilling is. What is that? Like, what happened to taking me out on a date and, like, talking to me and, like, having an actual conversation with me? Like, I don't know, like, what happened to that? Like, you know, it's like guys will meet you and, oh, well, she's pretty, oh, I'm gonna talk to her. It's like they talk to you, it's like they meet you, they talk to you, like, you don't know my last name, you don't know how many siblings I have, you don't know if my parents are married, you don't know if I graduated high school, you don't know if I'm in school, you don't know if I've ever had a job, but you already wanna, like, have sex with me. And you don't know none of these things about me. You don't know if I have STDs, you don't know if I have, like, you know, you don't know what runs in my family, you don't know if you don't even know my blood type, like, you don't know if my passport is valid, you don't know none of these things, and you want to have sex with me because you feel like, well, we've been talking for like 3 weeks, and you think that's enough, you know, to have sex with me. I just feel like it's just annoying. Like, I feel like I'm at the point where I just want to give up on men and just not talk to them anymore, and just, like, seriously just be single forever until I die, whenever that day is. Because I don't know, like, I'm not the type of girl where I would rather be alone than to be aggravated by some guy. Like, I can't do it, you know, because at least if I'm by myself, If I want to go somewhere, I can go. If I want to lay in bed and watch TV, I can do that. If I want to do something, I can do it. I don't have somebody tell me, well, we had plans today, or we can go here. You know, I can't do this because I have to go to work, blah, 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 blah. At least if being alone and by myself, I can do whatever I want. And if I'm annoyed, it's because I'm doing something to annoy myself, you know. And I don't know, like, I have the mindset of, like, I'm gonna be alone and not be annoyed than to be with somebody just to be with somebody and be annoyed and have aggravate and just have annoyance in my life. I can't do that. I can't do that, you know. And some people would rather be annoyed just to have somebody in their life, just to say I'm not alone and be annoyed all the time. I don't know. I can't do that. I don't have patience for that foolishness. That's stupid to me, you know. But I just feel like, and even with like people, and I know online is not the same thing as real life, because, you know, what people portray to be online is not necessarily who they are in real life. But it just seems like everybody online, you know, is like with someone, they're married, you know, they have the perfect relationship. Well, not perfect, they have like a nice relationship, and they seem to like be happy with each other, you know. And then I'm like, I look at myself and I'm like, oh, I'm here by myself, nobody, you know. And I think, like, sometimes I feel like, am I even like boyfriend like material, or girlfriend material, like wife material, all of that? Like, am I ever gonna end up with someone, you know? Am I just gonna die alone? You know, who wants to be alone? And I know I can't like predict that, because I'm not even 50. I'm not even in my 30s yet. How do I know I'm not gonna end up with somebody later on in life? And it's just kind of annoying. It's annoying, you know, when you see everyone around you and they're coupled up together and you're by yourself, you know. And it's not like I'm 18 or 19 where it's like, okay, if I was 19, then it's like, you don't have to worry about like a boyfriend at 19. You know, you don't need to be thinking about stuff like that at 19. You're a teenager, or at 20, you know. But it's like, I'm gonna be 25 soon, you know, less than 3 months. And, you know, 25 is like the age where people, you know, get married and they finish school, they have their degrees, they're working, you know, that's when most people, I don't want to say most people, some people, you know, start to like settle down in their life and stuff. So it's not like I'm 20, you know. And then I just think about it, and I'm like, soon I'm gonna be like in my late 20s, like, you know, is it gonna be worse then? Like, what am I gonna see then? You know, I don't know. So that's what I was thinking about, and I just, you know, I don't know, like, those are the two things I was thinking about. Like, you know, am I gonna end up alone? Am I gonna have a boyfriend? You know, why, you know, and, you know, being socially awkward. I don't know, I feel like I'm a socially awkward person because of what I said earlier, how I don't really know how to talk to people, and before I talk to somebody, I have to say I have to like I have to rehearse what I'm gonna say in my head first, you know, which is really annoying. You know, and then you know, like I said earlier, the fact that I don't really go out that much, you know, so I don't really go out, so I'm not really around people all the time. And most of the time I'm by myself, or I'm with my mom, which is like one other person, but that's my mom, you know. That's not people my age or my peers, or, you know, and it just makes me feel like really weird, you know. And I mean, I guess other people are socially awkward. I don't know if I guess other people my age are socially awkward. You know, they just, I don't know what the word of phrase is. They just, God, they just have like a, how do you say it? They just, there's a phrase, word for it, I forgot. It's phrase. Oh, they just have a really good poker face or something like that. I don't know. I don't know if that's the phrase for it. Yeah. So I wouldn't really know, you know. And the open mic at this restaurant is every Tuesday and you have to pay. It's not a lot, but, you know, and I like it. You know, I don't know how long it's been there. But, I don't know, like, and today, my plan was to go today and to ask the guy, like, does he do poetry? Does he sing? Because that was my, I don't think I'm good at flirting with people. Like, when people flirt with me, I'll flirt back. But normally, like, my way of, I don't know if it's even a way, whatever it is, how I kind of make myself talk to guys is, like, I'll think of, like, a question to ask, and then I'll ask them a question. I don't just go up and say, hi, my name's, no. I, like, ask them a question, and then I, like, get a conversation going, and then, you know, yeah, that's how I do that, kind of. So I was gonna ask him, like, about the restaurant, about the open mic night, you know, and I was gonna ask him about that. I was gonna ask him, like, does he do poetry? Like, what else does he do? How long has he been going here? You know, he works at the restaurant next door. Oh, how long have you been working there? You know, and then I went there, and then he wasn't there because he was working. You know, like I said earlier, he works in the restaurant next door, so he was working. So I was like, oh, that kind of sucks, you know. But I don't know. I don't even know if I should go back, because they're like, there's one other open mic night close to my house that's like 15 minutes away, and there was one in Hollywood. And by the way, I don't live in California. I live in Florida. There's a place called Hollywood in Florida too. So there was an open mic night in Hollywood, and that I started going there last year, but then they closed it down. I don't know, that's just kind of been, I've been noticing that, like, some of the open mics that I've been going to, they have either moved or most of them have closed down, and I don't know why. It's kind of annoying. Like, I wish there was more of, like, of that type of, like, environment down here where I live. You know, there's I don't even know if I would call that open mic night, because it's like really unorganized, and it's like all over the place. I know this is off topic, a little bit getting off topic, but that place is like really unorganized, and you have to pay there too. And I don't know if it's like, I think it's every Monday or something, but I don't know. That's kind of been bothering me, like all these open mic nights that I've been going to, and then like when I try to go back, it's like it's closed down, and I'm like, but I was here like a week ago. What do you mean it's closed down? Where they moved, you know. It's kind of annoying. But that's my little video that I wanted to talk about being socially awkward, and, you know, thinking about guys and how, maybe why I don't have one in my life. I don't know, maybe I'm not supposed to have one at this moment. Who knows? But I don't know, that's just something interesting that I just randomly thought about at an open mic night when I was supposed to, I mean, I was listening, I was paying attention, but then, like, random thoughts, like, my thoughts are just random, they just pop up in my head, like, I'm always thinking about stuff, so I was just